So I got my man Bol with me tonight. You know what I mean? Some people know him for being on Syracuse basketball team as a forward, but a lot of us also know him for his personality off the court. And I want to peel back some layers for us to get to know who he is outside of being an athlete. You know what I mean? So I got my man Bol. I appreciate you making that time.
Of course, my boy.
If you want to introduce yourself, you got anything you want to say?
Well, my name Bol. Simple as that. I love the kids.
So welcome to Off the Wake Up with Michael Pierre. One of the first questions I want to know, Bol, because I know you was born in South Sudan.
Yeah.
You could speak to me about like your childhood growing up before you even got to Philadelphia.
I had an amazing childhood. I grew up in a refugee camp. I was born during war in South Sudan, so my family, we migrated to Kenya in a refugee camp. So I was born like 15 days later we moved. I was a kid, so I grew up in a refugee camp, and it was just like some of the best days of my life, you know what I'm saying?
Best days of your life?
Hell yeah.
Why you describe it as the best days? Some people wouldn't.
Yeah, I know, but I just feel like where I'm at right now and see like the worry people have, like people talking about stress, anxieties, and I'm like looking back on the life that I live, it's just like, I'm saying it was beautiful because we didn't have no expectations, it was no money, I didn't know what money was. It was just you wake up and go play with your mans and them. You had to eat nothing, you just go have to figure out how you gonna eat, come back home. It was just like you had to like survive on your own. So I learned how to survive early. I had to like, you know what I'm saying, base nothing on money. Like right now, people, you wake up in the morning, you trying to figure out how to get money. When I was waking up in a refugee camp, I just want to make sure it was a good day. It did not rain, so I could be outside. And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was all it was.
I like to look at that.
Hell yeah.
People, you know, they probably think refugee camp comes with a certain experience.
Nah, yeah.
But you're saying it was a beauty to not being a part of this system that we all a part of it.
Hell yeah.
No
yeah, I'm lucky enough to see it from a different angles, you know what I'm saying? Like what people value in this world and what we value over there is just different. So, I mean, it's rough, it's treacherous, it's not for everybody. I'm just glad I was born in there, and I never I always look at the positive in things. I never look at like, why am I a refugee? It's like, I'm here now, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I just
perspective is important. So,
hell yeah.
I mean, relatives you had, who was on the refugee camp with you?
So it was just like all my folks. Just basically, it was it's just my folks. So like, my mom, it was me and my brother and my sister at the time, because my little brother was not born. But it was just the community. It was, you know what I'm saying? All the people that fled South Sudan, we all came together. All those people in the village that fled came to Kenya together. So it's basically like people my mom and them grew up with that was there, that raised us and them. So it was just a lot of people there. So remember how they be talking about a child as a community child. Like I went through that. Like anybody could whoop my ass when I was walking around. Yeah, be like, yo, Bol.
you ever got
hell yeah. But hell yeah. Just, you know what I'm saying, running around being a young boy. So it's like, yo, Bol. They called me lacking, and they just slapped me up, whoop my ass a little bit. I ain't complain.
What your parents do? They don't say that?
Be like, what? Yeah, whoop your ass again. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit I grew up in. It was like, it was calm. So
when did you come to the States?
When I was 13.
13?
Yeah.
And that was in Philadelphia?
Philly.
What was your experience growing up in Philly?
Amazing. Same experience. It's just like a different, you know what I'm saying, concrete jungle. So it was another struggle that I had to go through and learn. Like, it was just, you know, not everything I thought of, because like we always come from, like coming to America was like a lottery ticket. Like if you go to America, people think you instantly rich or like you made it. But like then coming in to realize like where I was like, oh shit, like I'm really in Philly.
Did America meet this expectation or that criteria I thought of it?
Nah, but it's just an illusion of the people. Me, I'm always like, I'm a realistic dude. Like you gotta work for everything. That shit was just not gonna come up to me. I had to like go to school, make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, hustle as much as I could to stay up and make sure I get where I was.
So then coming from the refugee camp, Philadelphia and all that, and then being where you are today, you ever felt some form of survivor's guilt?
Yeah, nah, that's actually what I have a lot. Because like how I grew up and where we came from, it's just like, it's a lot of kids. When I used to go to school in a refugee camp, they were like really smart, intelligent, that had discipline. I might not have had discipline that they had at the time, but I just feel like they deserve a shot that I got. And so basically that's why I started my foundation, the Humble Fund, to be able to help kids go to school and get the same opportunities that I got, that they never got. And so that survivor's guilt is like, it's real. Like, you know, I wake up in the morning on my own bed, like where we come from, we never had a bed, like leave alone your own room. You know what I'm saying? We all shared a room, we slept on the floor. It was, you know what I'm saying, 8 of us in one bedroom, you know what I'm saying? We had to like figure it out. But so now when I'm here and I, you know what I'm saying, I dress good, like I gotta make, you know what I'm saying? Like I just gotta make sure like,
You still understand where you
hell yeah, bro. Like I can't sometimes get lost in the sauce and like what people in America think of success is a different what people in Africa
So
think
how
of
you
success.
stay grounded? Like, because if you successful as a basketball player, you know what I mean, you're in a team, you in Syracuse.
Yeah.
Like, how you stay grounded so that you have that humble beginning?
I'm lucky, like the way I was raised, bro. I was raised by women, my mom, my sister, and like, you know what I'm saying, we always stay humble, and that's why you see my name on Instagram is Humble, because that's just who we are, bro. Like, so basically,
Was you always humble?
yeah, I'm always like, out of my friend group, like we live in a refugee camp, they always thought like I had a better life, but we had the same hardship, but it's the way I look at life. So I always been like grounded and just I always try to see good in everybody and just be as humble as possible, because, you know what I'm saying, God gives and take, so you can be like, you know what I'm saying?
Who you feel you get that from, that characteristic? Is your mom, your pops?
My mom and my pops was, you know what I'm saying?
What role they played in your life? Like how your mom influenced you and how you think your pops?
My mom played a bigger role than my pops because my pops was at war. When we fled, all the men stayed. It was women and children that left. So my pop is a soldier. He's been front line for 30 years before we got independence. So he gave his all for the country, and that basically I get that selflessness from him, because, you know what I'm saying, he gave his life to the country. I mean, he's still alive, but he gave all he could to the country. He was always known as like a leader and somebody. So I get like leadership from my pops. I get the hard work from my mom, because my mom had to hustle, make sure we go to school, get clothes. Yeah, so it just from everybody. My older brother played a bigger role. I thought he was my pops for the longest.
Older brother?
Hell yeah.
How many older brothers you have?
For my mom, I got one older brother and sister. Those are the people I stay around. Then my pops got other wives, my other brothers in them, but they was not really in my life like that. So, but my older brother was like, you know what I'm saying, the one that was whooping my ass or I was wrong, make sure I go to school, and he was still a kid, but he had to play a dad role to me because my pops was not there. He had to stand up. My mom, she was hustling, so he had to like make sure like, and I think that's where like I get where I'm grounded from my brother, the mistakes that he made. I didn't want to make the same mistakes, and so he's just like, nah, you could do this. You know what I'm saying?
So
guided me in the right direction.
You still holding
That's
on?
my I just talked to him before I got here. I was on the phone with him. Like that's my folks. You know what I'm saying? So
when did basketball come into play? When you started playing?
Later, like freshman year of high school.
Freshman year of high school?
I started late, bro. I started late. I just grew out of nowhere. I was just known for my academics. I was always like a good student. So that's literally how I got here. But then basketball, my freshman year, I didn't even play. I think I played like total of 20 minutes the whole season. Facts. I was on the bench. But then that summer was like the changing summer for me. I really locked in the gym. I hated being on the bench. And then everything just took off. So basketball just got into play. And I just work hard. You know, it's like hustling, bro. I just picked it up and I just started hustling and just it got me to where I am right now. So
what keep you motivated through all your adversity and just certain experiences that you have? Like, what does that keep you going?
My family, my mom. I see my mom, like, you know what I'm saying? I get emotional about this, but like when we grew up in the refugee camp, like our life was crazy, but we live in tents. When it rained at night, my mom got to wake us up to cover the holes so the water, you know what I'm saying, we don't get wet at night. So you just see my mom hustle and her mentality, like she had a vision for us. There's a lot of people, when we was in a refugee camp 20 years ago, that are still in a refugee camp today and they live comfortable. But my mom didn't want that for us. She saw a better future for us, so she hustled to get us out of there. She couldn't work at the refugee camp, so she had to go back to South Sudan, where it's war, and go, you know what I'm saying, try to get some money and come back and move us to a different spot. So like my mom is like, really is, like, you know what I'm saying? She do it for my whole family, because I want to do the same thing for my little brothers. I don't want them to ever feel the pain that I had, like that when I grew up. I want to play my mom role, like better. So yeah, bro.
Right. So then when basketball came to play, then you get like, you playing ball. When did you get your offer from Syracuse?
Got my offer in Syracuse my sophomore year.
So you didn't play your freshman year, your sophomore
I didn't play my freshman year, my sophomore year. In the summer, I had a crazy summer in the EYBL. And so I actually had racked up a couple offers from Philadelphia, Temple, St. Joe's, all of them, Villanova, all of them. So I had offers, and then Syracuse, I went to Victor Oladipo camp. That's when Syracuse saw me. And I had a really good camp. everything was just peaking in the right direction. I was so locked in, and so I got so many offers.
What made you pick Syracuse?
Legacy, bro. I really picked Syracuse because of legacy, because when I was in a refugee, everything just goes back to the refugee camp, bro. Because when I was in a refugee camp as a kid, 2003, I could not remember, I was a kid, but let's say 2005, like, in a refugee camp, you'll see a lot of orange jerseys, like 13, number 13. Like, I'm like, but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know about basketball. We soccer fans, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, so fast forward, I get an offer from Syracuse. I look, the 13 jersey is a guy called Kwet Duane. He won a championship with Melo in 2003, and that's why people in the refugee camp was wearing it, because we all South Sudanese. He was a South Sudanese guy. So basically, like, legacy is the reason I picked Syracuse, because I seen a guy from where I'm from win a championship here, and it's more so like, you know what I'm saying, it's family. And it was a little bit away from home. I want to stay away from home, but not too far from home. Just didn't want to be in Philly, get caught up, you know what I'm saying, all my friends there. So it was just a change of scenery to come to Syracuse, chasing the legacy and playing for a Hall of Fame coach.
Nah, that's dope. So when you get the offer, you let your family know. How was their reaction?
No, they knew before I knew.
They knew before you knew?
Yeah, because I called, I was here for a camp. So I had a good camp. I was like, all right, we're gonna holler at you. I'm riding back with my friends on my AAU team. My pops was already at home. So they called my pops, they're like, yo, yeah, we got him an offer. You know, I'm coming home. But like, it was nothing, because my joy when I got offer from St. George is when I was like, oh shoot, I could really, you know what I'm saying? I could really do something. That's when I was really excited. When I got Syracuse offer, it was just like another offer. I was not really, you know what I'm saying, at that time, like humbly, because St. George was my first offer. That was the like offer that I was like, yo, I could really play D1. And that was around the corner, Phil Martelli. To this day, I still talk to him. That's like, he's a legendary coach in Philly.
I was actually at, because we all have mentors and people that believe in us during times we didn't believe in ourselves. Yeah. Did you ever have somebody in your life that did that role, and then what coach you felt like served as that mentor?
Nah, yeah, I'm so lucky, bro. I have a lot of mentors, like big names. I'm not trying to brag, I'm not trying to name drop, but like a lot of big people like really play a role in my life. Luckily, maybe God put them in my life. I ain't never thought I would cross paths with them, but my high school coach, Coach Seth Berger, you know, he was the former founder of N1. So my high school coach, Seth Berger, is former founder of N1. You know N1, the brand? N1. He founded it. He founded it? Yeah, he's the founder of N1. If you watch all the documentaries about N1, he's Seth Berger. So he's the coach at West End, but he's such a great guy in a way that it's just not about basketball with him. He like mentors us. He's still in our life. You know what I'm saying? So it's one person like I really appreciate. My pops, obviously, like he played a big role. Dr. J, Julius Irving, you know what I'm saying?
They coached you before?
That's like my mentor. He never coached me, but I met him at a camp, Sixers camp, when I was a kid, with his kids, and he just like took me in. He knew my story and just tried to help me. So he's a guy that really mentored me. And the other guys, so many people, I can't mention a lot of names, but so many people that really play a mental role. So yeah, for sure.
Dope, dope. I'm glad you acknowledged them though.
Hell yeah, for sure.
None of us is who we are today without those.
Facts.
People playing those roles in our life.
Facts.
Mentor. You say some of the best coaches. You couldn't name everybody like that.
Yeah, facts.
So what was the hardest thing to adjust to in the collegiate experience when you got here? What was the hardest thing to adjust to? And then even you say you had friends that everybody could not have been in alignment with where you was trying to go. Yeah. So did you lose any friends? How you just
never lost a friend. I always kept it solid. Everybody. Never lost a friend. I gained friends. Never had like any fall away. So I've always been good. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? I cherish all my friends. You nowhere without relationships. So I really value relationship. Anybody I cross paths with, we always lock it in, and that's it. Thanks. So no fallout. But yeah, I had no adjustment in college because I went to West End. You know what I'm saying? So the school, it's a private school, kind of like, it prepares you for college. I was a boarding school, I was there by myself. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like mini college. You have classes just the way college is, bro. It's not like normal high school. So that prepared me for college, and then I was playing for a big program at West Town, like one of the best high school programs. So it was just the same thing, but at a different level. So I ain't really had to adjust. It's just come here and just straight to business.
Yeah, nah. You know what else I do like about you? You said you value relationships, and I think you're one of the athletes that people know off the court. Like
Facts.
you make it incentive to dad come to shine. You come speak to students and all that. I wonder what make you feel inclined to even get to know people outside of the realm of basketball.
Yeah, because you can't limit yourself. Like basketball is not who I am. I'm a person. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so I don't see myself at a higher plateau than any other student. So if I can like have a conversation with you, I really appreciate that. So like sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I like put like, yo, I just gotta go out there and talk to people. I get a kick out of that because sometimes, bro, you just wanna have conversation with people because people see life from a different angle. And if you only see from one angle, like an athlete one, you're always gonna like, you privilege and other people is not important. Whatever you doing, you the show. You're not humble anymore, you know what I'm saying? You lose. But when you out there touching the streets and be with the people, like you really know the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like when I'm out there like interacting with students, it's like, you know what I'm saying, I get to, students have their own problems. And you know, athlete, we don't be having the same problems students have. Students have student loans. We never know about none of that because we got full ride. We never like could really experience what somebody going through. It's kids like really working to pay where they stay. We don't know that. They pay for where we stay. So like, you can't be humble enough if you don't know somebody's going through that. Right. So when I'm out there, all my friends is going through the same, I'm like, yo, bro, keep your head up. But then now I'm acknowledging like, damn, bro, I'm really blessed, bro. I can't complain about nothing. So it's just a way, when you interact with people, I'm not bigger than nobody. I'm just like you. I just want to holler at you, you know what I'm saying, as long as you got good vibes.
Facts. So we had not again SU. You've been here for like a lot of movements and all that.
Facts.
So like, when you an athlete, well, your experience is different because you're not gonna get treated like the general body student. So when you seeing all the movements and protests and all that, like, what's your perspective as somebody that's privileged in the institution, but also, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cause you know what I'm saying. Like where I come from, everything goes back to refugee camp. Where I come from, it's like you gotta stand up for yourself and you gotta stand up for other people, and that's what like I was taught since I was a kid. Like what my dad was doing, being a rebel and a guerrilla warfare and fighting for us to get independence. It's the same thing people are fighting here. It's people like really putting their voices out there to say something. So I always respect when people have something to say, and if I feel like my voice is bigger, well, I could just use it to help everybody else. So Not Again SU was like one of the first ones. I was a freshman. I dove out there. You know what I'm saying? I was out there with the students, and we you know what I'm saying? We made a change or whatever. We made some noise, but at least you know you stand up for yourself. If you don't stand up for yourself, you're gonna fall for it. You know what I'm saying?
So even you're a black athlete at that.
Hell yeah, African. Can never get. They don't get no blacker than me. Yeah.
So, like, how you navigate your blackness? Did you ever get any racial events against you? Like, how you felt? Because you're also predominantly white.
Yeah, I'm so blessed, bro. I've never really experienced racism. Just the institutions I've been in are like, well, and that's, you know what I'm saying, thanks to education, like people that I've gone to school with as like well educated and they know about other people's feelings. I've gone to school with like transgenders and all them. I've known how to use pronouns, which I didn't know how to use, and just try to understand people's struggles. So be open-minded and be able to learn. So the white people I was around, the black, there was never been a case of racism, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I got pulled over one time, I was panicking, but when I was a young boy, I just got my license the first day, and I was panicking. They was like, yo, you got drugs in here, all that stuff, but I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Because, so I just got my license that day. I'm 15, bro. So I'm driving, me and my man Jalen Waller, he played for Florida State. He in the car with me. My young boy Turbo, he in the back seat. Bro, we driving, the lights flash. So you see how you could like pull over to the right side? I was panicking, bro. I broke rule number one, I panicked. You see like the yellow sign that be in the middle of the road? Right. I pulled over there. So like the police was like, what the
in the
middle of the road, the other, yo bro.
You pulled over the middle of the joint?
They was like, yo, what's up with him? Yeah. So they pull up behind me, they come on, like, yo, you got any guns in here? Whoa. Drugs in here? Right. I'm like, whoa. Yo, what are you doing there? Put on your seatbelt, like, yo, I was panicking, I was sweating, bro. But then they looked at my license and like, oh, he a young boy. Like, and they found out I played for West Ham. It's just like, but it wasn't no racism. But that's the only thing I really had like a interaction with police at a young age.
That's interesting. That's interesting because everybody experiences different. Then I feel like in America we big on race. I want to know, like, in South Sudan, was being black something that y'all like was discussed? Did you even? We also have conversations in regards to how we navigate those interactions with law officers. Do y'all have those conversations?
Not really. It's different. Like, you see how in America people talk about race. I've seen, like, luckily I've been to so many different places. In any place on earth, it's people always try to find a way to separate. They always try to find differences in people. In Africa, where I'm from, South Sudan fight at the time was, we had already got independence from the European. We were fighting the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? That's another race. You find these guys and that black Africans, they're not getting along. That's another way of talking about race. You look at a country like Somalia, same race, right? Same tribe, same religion, everything is the same, but they find a way to separate themselves with clans. I don't like your clan, I don't like your clan, but they're the same people. So what I found out in my experience, my young age, is like, people always try to find a way to separate themselves and to try. We have social classes, like.
So how you try not to separate yourself? Because you live in a world where you try to divide.
Hell yeah.
So even on campus, there's some people that's like, you know what I mean? I'm African American and you African.
Yeah.
We could divide.
That's you too.
I don't divide.
You only say you from New York, you say you from Brooklyn.
Right, but I don't divide.
You're gonna see somebody say, yo, I'm from Harlem. I'm not from New York. It's a difference. Just find a way to divide. You know what I'm saying? It's the world. So I'm trying to be cool with anybody as long as you're thorough. That's all I care about. Keep it 100 with me.
About where you from.
It's character. Just that's all, bro. Like, people be trying to like find too much and like separate themselves. Oh, I'm so and so, you so and so. That shit don't work, bro. Just be thorough. Keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But be thorough.
Facts. You know, one thing I do admire about you, right? You know, it's Valentine's Day coming up or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like your perspective on relationships and your value of your girl.
Oh yeah, man.
So I want to know, like, I mean, and you an athlete, bro. Like, you gotta talk about that trajectory to get into a place where you felt like you met the right one. Because as an athlete, you fake high demeanor. Like, how you even gain the discipline to know, like, to settle? You know what I mean? What was that? What led to that?
I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing I don't know how it came about, but because I was raised by women, my mom, my sister, I have ultimate respect to them. So I always had like respect for women, regardless if I was dating them or not. If we're like in a single relationship, whatever kind of relationship was, I always respected women. But my girls, like, it's a blessing. That's like one of those, is it Kishiko? Send from heaven. She's one of those, gang. Like, she just fell from heaven, man, like right into my lap. So I'm.
What you better
at? School. So
you
it was just, of course, I had to. When I saw her, I was like, that's her. That's the one I've been looking for right there. I said, come here. Come holler.
What's your line? What you say?
I said, yo, the Uber's ready. I say, yo, the Uber ready. I ain't gotta say nothing.
How important is your girl to you?
Nah, she means the world to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm blessed in so many ways, but like, you know, sometimes you be like, yo, why the fuck did I come here? You know what I'm saying? Maybe basketball don't go right sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Playing time, all that stuff. But why the fuck did I come? I should have never came here, bro. I'm just glad I came here, bro, because the biggest thing I ever got from the Q's is my girl, bro. It's like, it don't get no thorough than her, bro. Like, and that's one thing, like, I don't know, I can never give nobody a relationship advice because this is one of those, like, we didn't have no talking stage, bro. It was just, I met her, the next day I was holding her hand in public. No dap yet.
She got you.
She hit me one of these, she reeled me in. But nah, I feel like I got her. It's such a mutual relationship in a way that, bro, it's no 50-50, it's 100%, 100%. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How do you feel she make you a better person?
Nah, in every category, bro. Like advice, everything. Like, yo, you should not be doing, like, her perspective is just different. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those one of ones. Like, you can't make two of her, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I ever fumble that, it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? She's thorough as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad, like, and it just you can't. It's just one of those, like, God just. You ever heard like a soulmate? That's a soulmate right there. Right. It's not my girl, that's my soulmate. So
what made you know she the one? Because you had to have other girls. It's like, what made you feel like that's the one?
Baby girl, you know we were chopping up about this. Yeah, man. But yo, bro, before I met her, bro, I was like talking to some John. Not like talking, but I just met some, man. Right. And it's like, yo, the crazy part was like, I just met the John the night before. Like, I hit my phone and all that. But I met wifey. I was like, yo, I met my girl, bro. I'm cool. Yeah. But I had like other Jones I was talking to. So boom, you know what I'm saying? We go to the crate, like it's heavy. All the people on the spot. I'm pulling up a wifey holding her hand. The John I was just talking to, everybody, they like, you dead ass? That was it. I ain't had to cut nobody off. I just pulled up a wifey.
The situation just cut it off.
It was over. Like, I ain't had to text you nothing. It was just.
So then, how you learn how to? So I think like it's a lack of conversation in regards to us talking about how we're supposed to treat women.
Facts.
Most times we talk about the more you get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more of a man you are. How did you learn how to treat women?
Actually, it's from my mom. Basically, I see my mom like keep it 100 with my pops. My pops was at war. If you see age differences, my brother, 8 years older than me. My sister is 5 years older than me. Like age gap. Like my pops was at war. My mom kept it 100. She would like go see my pops and that. And it was just like I see how my mom, like if she had my dad, like how she would have been a better woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so like just seeing stuff like that, be like, and like what made me treat my girl better is the way she treat me. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody ever loved you, like you really start loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you see so much love that you have nothing but to show more love. So it's like I return love with love. And like she just taught me that, like she's so kind, it's just different, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got each other. Ain't none of that whipping shit, bro. Wifey, you know what I'm saying?
That's good to see though. You know what I mean? We do all that.
Facts.
Just amongst us.
There's still like the gem I gotta put on to everybody like trying to have a girl. Like the first thing you told her the first day you met her, it should be the same thing you tell her every day. You can't change, like, you know what I'm saying, when you first get a girl, you know what I mean?
Baby and her make her feel like she's a
queen. Girl, you know what I'm saying, you pop all your shit, you know what I'm saying? But she expected, you raising like a standard that you gotta keep, you gotta maintain that. You can't say, nah, back there and all that, we already, I can get back to being jail and you know what I'm saying, regular. No,
you gotta maintain that.
Hell, yo, you see me, yo, boy, where you at? I'm a wifey.
It don't be hard for you?
Nah, it's not, bro, shit come naturally.
Like how you learn, like, let's say if some of us never been in a real relationship fake, you know what I mean? Yeah. Most times we had certain interactions, it's more like a sexual interaction. It's like how you start learning how to become more privy to how to cater to a woman. How you started knowing like, yo, this is what I gotta do to make her feel comfortable, and then I could be me at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. I think the biggest key, I just got to know who she is, what hurt her, what make her happy. You know what I'm saying? What make her sad and like what make her happy when she's down? How can I pick her up? So it's just more so conversations. Like we met, like we be so locked in on sex so much, we forget like the emotional side of a woman. Like you can have sex and all that, but that's not how you get like emotionally with the girl. Like you gotta have conversations. Like really, me and my girl used to just sit down for like, and it would be like 8 hours of just having conversation, get to know who she is. And I just feel like if you know the person and you love her, bro, you go heaven and earth to make it happen for her. Like sometimes she come from work, I'll be like, yo, baby girl, how's work? Oh, this and this. And you just gotta be able to listen though. We don't do that. You just gotta let her talk. You gotta be able to listen. And so there's a way you keep, that's the only way you maintain your girl. Don't switch, don't try to be like, nah, I got her, nah, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, what we doing, bro? Now you gotta check in. You see sometimes you call me, yo, bro, what's up? hold on, let me check in with wifey real quick.
Like today, I was like, yo, bro, I need you. Like, nah, bro, I got a tired wife. I said, bro, ask her for just an hour. You know what I mean?
Nah, she know one thing, and then that's another way. Like, people be like, yo, girls are so restricting. Nah, they not, bro. As long as you tell them the plans and like what you doing, that's enough. Yo, bro, I'm about to be with the buzzins. All right. Well, sometimes I'll be down. She'll be like, yo, go hang out with the buzzins, bro. Like, yo, go hang out. You know what I'm saying? That too, you be like, oh shit, like, it's not like, but you got also spend time with your girl. That's gotta be your best friend. I think that's the key. My girl's my best friend. I go everywhere with her. We do anything together.
I see that with the Eagle games.
You know what I'm saying? Like your baby girl. Nah, you know why I really didn't realize she was wifey? I met her on a Friday night. Saturday we was outside. Sunday, and so Friday, Saturday we have a conversation, get to know each other more, right? I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Birds fan. That's like, you know what I'm saying? It's his God family Eagles. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this really is like, the Birds really is like, as a part of my lifestyle. She's like, oh shit, so when they lose, I'd be like, nah, it'd be bad. When they lose, I don't even leave my crib. I don't go to class. Like, it was so bad. I'm such an Eagles fan, it was so bad. When I was doing my schedule, they would not put classes on Monday because they know if the Eagles lose on Sunday, I'm not going to class on Monday. Gangster. Yeah. So I was like, nah, y'all be devastated. So boom, I'm out on Friday, Saturday. Sunday, the Birds lost. First of the season. So she texts me, oh, boo, I'm sorry about the Birds. Just made some dinner if you want to come over. And like, just, I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Shit, they do. I bet you after the Birds.
That's the one right there. Baby girl, come with me.
You know what I think also about relationships? Like, sometimes we fear being vulnerable. Yeah. Was that ever a problem with you, like, learn how to communicate your emotions?
Nah, I learned that from her. I never had that. And, bro, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? We really had that as men. As a man, I don't ever want to, like, display how I'm feeling. Right. I don't want to ever like show somebody I'm feeling. Now I'm weak to you. Like, you know what really could hurt me. Right. So I would never I never had that. So I was just like, it was hard sometimes when I'm like, so I'd see, we just. At the
same time, we taught to be a certain way to survive in certain situations.
Nah,
you know what I mean? And you don't want nobody to play with you, but at the same time, you got to learn how to be that for your girl. So like,
facts.
How you got over that emotional barrier?
Nah, yeah, every night, bro, she'll come to me, bro. Like, let's say after the games, I ain't play, I ain't get the minutes I deserve. I just come home and she'll just like talk to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's another bonus point to my girl. It was never about basketball. That shit don't even mean nothing. She concerned about bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, it's good. Just, you know what I'm saying? Maybe go to the gym, call the boys. Wayne and them, we'll be in the gym all night. And she'll be like, yo, call the boys, go to the gym, go shoot it out, go, for me, clear your mind. But basically, she got out of me to like be vulnerable. She was like always asking, yo, you good? Nah, you're not good. That's not you. I'm like, what you mean? You don't even know me. What you mean that's not me? Nah, something bothering you. And she was like, yo, you can't hide something from me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to tell me, you feel me? And I just be like, yo, this and this. Yeah, bro. And I just asked her like for the realest question, like, you know what I'm saying? And she just gave me some crazy answer that I was like, damn, I really needed that. But if I was never like honest or vulnerable with my girl, I would have never said that. But like the answer she gave me is like what I really needed. So I don't have to go to nobody. That's my best friend. She tell me everything, I tell her everything. It's like a one-handed circle. Nothing go out, nobody come in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So hell yeah, bro. So super blessed.
Then your relationship with your teammates, what conversation y'all have?
Hell yeah.
Conversation just like how y'all check-ins, seeing
hell yeah.
At.
Hell yeah. I'm saying, the one thing, bro, about sport, bro, is like discipline, family, loyalty, all that, bro. You learn from teammates. Sometimes you might not get along with a coach, but your teammate will always be there for you. Like all my teammates, since I've been here, I'm locked in with all of them. The people that transferred, people that left, people that graduated, I'm locked in with them. They know I'm thorough, 100 with them. You know what I'm saying? So I really value, like I said, value relationship. The way I treat my teammate, we gonna bump heads and we gonna check in like, yo, bro, I know how it should go. Especially now I'm the old head on the team. It's a lot of young bulls. So I'm like, yo, bro, I've been on this road before, don't do this. do this. Go there, don't go there. You feel me? And that, like, passing the game, like, I've had old heads pass me a game before. So now I'm getting a chance to pass it to all my young bulls on the team, and they prosperous with it, so.
Who's that teammate that you, because you've been for 4 years, who that teammate that you felt was that big brother for you, and that was just?
Barama Sidibe.
Barama Sidibe?
He's from Africa, and he actually knew the struggles I was going through internally, and like, he knows what it means to be an African, a kid that's here in America, that's trying to help their family, because he was doing the same thing with his family. I had to learn that, you know what I'm saying? Because we still have that survivor's guilt. I gotta pay my mom rent, I gotta make sure my family go, my little brothers and them go to school. He was going through that already. So he was just like putting me on game. Yeah, like, oh yeah, don't do this. Make sure you save this, because when this come, you gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying? Because he get going through that, and that was like a real big brother to me. Like, damn, like, he really looked out. Hell yeah.
That's dope. And then who's that new player on the team, or somebody that's on the team now that's younger than you, that you feel like that's my dope, I make sure he Gucci?
Nah, they all my young boys. I fuck with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I can't mention one. They all, like, you know what I'm saying, thorough. They check in, they respect. So it's all of them. Quadir is like stands up because he's from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I see myself in him a lot. We talk the same. But like all of them, Judah, Malik, you know what I'm saying? Like they my young boys for real, for real.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that, because I also was saying, even with the football team, I want to talk to them too. It's like, it's important that you serve as that big brother, because you've been here. And some of the things that they don't know could play them out their spot if they allow emotion to get to them in certain situations.
Yeah,
you at UV parties, somebody might make you feel a certain way. And we from certain places, but we here.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's why I was actually like, what was the hardest thing to adjust to? Because you had to reassess how you react to certain situations.
I have more to lose than him, the person. I have nothing to prove to you, bro. My whole life, bro, I've been in more fights than anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? My whole life, I was like getting beat up my whole life because I was hanging out with old heads. You know what I'm saying? I was that stubborn kid. I love fighting. That's my shit. So like at this point, I don't got to prove nothing to you, bro. I'm a bitch. Oh yeah, I'm a bitch. You got it, bro. Cause look, you finessing me out of my family. My family depends on me, bro. I already proved all I could do in the streets when I was a kid. Like everything I did, I ain't gotta prove nothing to you, bro. Cause so there are a lot of people, and that's why I be telling young boys like, yo, don't react with your emotions most of the time, cause you gotta assess like, yo, is this even worth it? Like why I gotta fight? Most of us are 6 foot and above. Why I gotta fight a 5'5" person? What I gotta prove? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta always look. You got more to lose, and to much whom is given, much is expected. So you should sometimes just take your L, bro. Especially my young bulls, when they come in, I be talking to them about women a lot. Yo, you might meet her at the bar and she'll come home. And make sure you get the consent. Make sure, like, yo, you sure? For real? You not that, you know what I'm saying? Make sure she's not intoxicated. Because these are the stuff that, as black athlete, this is stuff that finesses in the long run. We have a future. So I'm like, yo, just make sure, these are like the little steps. Even Coach Bam tells us early, like, yo, because if a girl ever says something, it's always going to be her side, regardless how she tells it. So make sure the girl's Gucci as much as possible, and just, you know what I'm saying? A woman ever smack you, take your L, bro. You ain't got to prove nothing to her. Just walk out. You know what I'm saying?
What was that first L you had to take when you came in, that you was, like that situation that you could have reacted a certain way, you was like?
Nah, I've taken so many L's here. A lot. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna mention them because they heavy. They real heavy. But I just,
you don't let it eat you up inside?
Hell no, because I know who I am, bro. Especially, that's the biggest part, but you gotta know who you is, bro. You gotta be in tune with yourself. That's how you can, it goes back to everything. That's how you can love. That's how you can be thorough to people. If you're insecure, you're gonna try to finesse somebody because you're insecure. You can't be thorough. So you just gotta be in tune with yourself.
Nah, that's deep though, cause like how you started becoming in tune with yourself? How you start knowing like this is who I am, man? That's just what it is.
No, basically it's just like how I was reacting to hardship. Like when things was not going my way, how I was reacting to them, and that showed me who I was. Sometimes we get fooled by when things are going good. You think that's who you is, but sometimes when things go left,
that's when your true character.
That's when your true character show and be like, damn, all right, damn, I gotta handle this differently. Or, oh shit, this shit didn't go well for me. Damn, let me finesse this bull, cause I'm trying to be up and maintain where I was. Now jeopardize your character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got my man Meek say, yo, I had heart before I had anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like facts, bro. I been had heart, bro. And so I be trying to tell my young boys, bro, yo. And that's why like I got so many relations with people because I know like I'm really tapped in the Qs. Like any part of the Qs, they know Bol because like I know I really relate to this town, bro. It's bigger than basketball, bro. Syracuse, if you really do a research, it's an immigrant, refugees.
Highest population of immigrants.
Exactly, a lot of people come from there. So I really relate with these folks. So when I go and tell like, oh, he play basketball, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm a refugee just like you. And they be like, damn, yeah, bro, you could be where I'm at. I talk to the young boys in the hoods. Like I be all these hoods, bro, and they know me, and that's like my sanity, bro. I be feeling like I'm home because I see these people like going through like, oh, damn, we had no water. I can remember that, bro. So that's just who I am, bro.
And then, what's the mark that you want to leave on Syracuse?
Thorough. Facts. You talk a Bol, bro, you just know you thorough. Like, I ain't never do nobody dirty, I ain't never do nobody. I just kept it a being with everybody. So like, it's just like I was a genuine person that loved everybody. I made sure everybody was good on my end and I just want people to love themselves more, bro. We just need more love in the world. We so intoxicated, become desensitized with all the stuff happening. Social media is like, we get away from reality sometimes. Sometimes just close that app, man. Go walk in the trees. You know what I'm saying? Go nature, bro. Like look around. Like damn, this is a real world. Man, Instagram shit is fake. Everybody put their best picture out there. Ask everybody.
Best image, no struggle, no nothing.
No nothing. You living lavish, bro. You got that shit on. You know what I'm saying? You pump faking, bro. Yeah. Like niggas will really go out their way to just post the most perfect picture on the gram, but they going through some shit.
Real life.
You know what I'm saying? Just
a lot of people.
You trying to maintain that image, and it's like, yo.
People that's portraying the image, but behind closed doors, really going through it.
Facts. And so you just gotta keep it thorough. Just be who you is, bro. Cause being who you is, you don't gotta maintain no image, bro. I wake up and I post whatever I want to post, bro. I ain't nobody, no guidelines, no Syracuse guideline, nothing, no best. That's who I am, bro. If you don't like it, that's who I am. Right. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time it's always gonna be good stuff, but like, but even if it's something like people feel some type of way about, it's who I am, bro. I can't change it because of you, or I ain't go. You know what I'm saying? So
then the last two questions, second to last one, I want to know, how do you maintain like a mental stability during times where, you know, we see Tyree Nichols, he get killed by other black officers, you know what I mean? We got young men that's dying in the hand of law enforcement. You come from South Sudan, there's a lot going on in Africa, like genocide being neglected. Like how you maintain a mental balance, even though you understand that outside of the Syracuse joint, like we as a global black community is going through a certain time of uncertainty and
yeah, I mean, bro, it's like that question is really hard because I don't want to be misinterpreted because like when that happened to the kid, it's brutal, bro. It's really bad. Like, but at the same time, we gather as black people. We come together when something like that has been done by the police. But when we do it to ourselves, it's just nothing. It's just another day, and we just keep it pushing. We like, bro, we having our own genocide, killing ourselves as black people, but then nobody talk about that. But if like police kill one of us, that's when we come together and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, God rest his soul, he never deserved that. Like, that should never happen. But at the same time, our reaction gotta be the same in any type of way. We are erasing each other, bro. And people don't see that as black people. I think that's the biggest part. Like, we feed into, try to come up with like ways to, but we don't love ourselves, you know? Right. We just trying to like erase each other because somebody says something. It has nothing to do with nothing, bro. And you just trying to murder each other. So I get emotional with stuff like that, bro, because nobody deserves to die. Nobody deserves to be killed. When God's ready for you, obviously God's will going to always be God's will. But let's not like be hypocrite when the police do it and when we do it. Because we do it more times than they do it. Right. Which also is bad. It really is bad. Right.
Now, we serving as an accomplice to our murderers and help maintain the system. So you ever lost any close people to you?
Hell yeah. I just lost my mans from Q's in May. downtown Armory Square shooting. I've lost so many people though. Like that was the closest person to me because I had just talked to him a few hours before he died. I was in the spring. I had gone to Brooklyn with my girl, and that whole season I was locked in. That's when I just had my girl, and he called me. He's like, "Yo, man, you always be with your girl, but come be with the Buzzins tonight." You know what I'm saying? In the summer times, because we be here a lot, so we there's no parties on campus, so we go downtown and go to the bars. So we be circling the Armory Square. We be doing it a lot. It'd be all of us. But this one day I was not there, bro. You go see on the news, bro. That's literally, it's sad. Like one of the nicest people, like a leader, and it's always be the ones that don't deserve it, bro.
Man.
Yeah. So yeah, I've lost a lot, bro. It gets crazy, and I don't know, bro. We just gotta be better. We just gotta love ourselves. But yeah, I definitely had that.
Thanks. And I be saying like, I mean, when I was raised, I lost a lot of people. So my brother lose a lot of friends too. And that's why I feel like why I do what I do now, because I feel like they lived through us. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And it's like you vessels.
Hell yeah.
So I feel like none of our ancestors, nobody really died because they lived through us. And that's what keep us motivated at times, even though they no longer here. That's a fact. So then the last question I want to ask you is, what advice, if you could speak to the younger version of yourself, you know what I mean? What advice would you give them?
Damn, enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment. And why you say that?
Live in the present, because sometimes I be homesick at night, you know what I'm saying? And before I left Africa to come here, I want to live this country, bro. I don't have a future here. This is not it, bro. I want to go to America, have a good life. But when I look back, my life was more simpler when that's not English. My life was simpler when I was in Africa, bro. It was just, when I look at it, I be like, wow, I'm so blessed, bro. I had no bills, nothing. Right now, bro, my phone rings, so-and-so died, we gotta turn them, so-and-so is sick, so-and-so. It's like, yo, I don't wanna be, you know what I'm saying, in this position. But that's what I wanted, that's what I signed up for, I gotta be. But when I was a kid, I was so like, ahead of my time as a kid. It's like, yo, bro, I can't live in this, yo. I can't be in a refugee camp. I'm gonna buy my mama a house, which is good to have, but you just live in that moment, like enjoy it, like damn. I enjoyed it, but like now it's like, I didn't know what money was, bro, when I was a kid. I got a crazy story. My mom, at the refugee camp, my mom sent me to go get eggs, bread, and tomatoes and onions. So the money, and it was like, it's 10 shilling, Kenyan shilling. It's like it's a coin. Right. So think of it like a penny. It was a penny. So boom, I got that shit in my hand. I'm walking to the store, but it was a little further, so it was like a 20-minute walk. But so when we grew up in a refugee camp, we used to throw rocks at the birds. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see a bird, I throw a rock at them. So now I'm walking, like 15 minutes to my walk, I see a bird. I said, got him. I throw my hand, I feel like I got a rock, but that's that little penny I got in my hand. I throw it at the bird. I missed, I kept it pushing. I'm going to the store, I'm saying, all right, give me some eggs, onions, all that. It's like, I bet, boom, pay up. I ain't had nothing, gang. I'm like, that's it. It was like, all right, just go back home and come with money. I went back home, bro. My mom whooped my ass, bro. Yo, gang, it's a penny, bro. My mom whooped my ass so bad, bro. And she just kept it for like a month straight, keep talking about it, bro. And like, she had seen me on a good day, I'm happy. She, come here, and smacked me, bro, because I lost a penny, bro. So now, I'm like, damn, so I look back, I'm like, damn, mom, a penny, bro. I sent her thousands, 1,000 times, bro. And I'd be like, yo, every time I send her rent money or anything, I'd be like, yo, mom, you whooped my ass for that little penny. It's crazy. Now I'm paying, you know what I'm saying? But that's just like how life was, bro. Like how people, that money shit, just nothing. So.
What's your biggest goal for the family?
Oh yeah, man, I got big goals, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm ahead of my fam. I'm not ahead of my family, but I'm in a better situation to like help my family. But it's not just about my family, bro. I have goals that like, I'd be scared to say out loud because of like where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have the survivor's guilt. I gotta like help. It's not just about me. You know what I'm saying? If my life is just about me, I don't want it, bro. It's like one of my favorite artists, Bob Marley, say, yo, if my life is just to satisfy Bob and just like dress good, I don't want it. I'd rather go. So my life is more about like inspiring kids in a refugee camp, yo, telling them they could do it too. Bro, I never thought I would be in this position of my life. I have flashbacks every night at the refugee camp, running around with no shoes, going to school, yo, skipping school, you know what I'm saying? But my first grade was under a tree. That's how real it is, bro. Under a tree, and the teacher was talking, and you used to write A, B, C, D, in the sand. And I'm right now with a laptop, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, turn your work in on Zoom. Yo, I'm on Zoom. I came from learning under the tree, bro. So how you expect me to, you know what I'm saying? I can't be satisfied. I gotta give the same kid under the tree the same opportunity with the laptop that I got in my hand. Right. So that really is my goal, bro. I feel like one of the South Sudanese, his name is John Bol Ajak. He's like the founding father of South Sudan. He was one of the first people that rebelled against what was going on in South Sudan. Unfortunately, he died before we got independence. But like, they have films of him talking about how they're gonna establish the country when we get this. So like they first were like, yo, it's a guerrilla warfare. We take over this town, and then when we take over this town, we develop it, we build 2 schools, make sure kids go to school and learn. We take over this. So now, I feel like he kind of left his work under all the South Sudanese, and I'm one of those people that be able to build more schools for the kids. Right. So I just, you know what I'm saying, I've never even told nobody about this, but like that really is my ultimate goal. You know, build school where I'm from, put kids into school, because I believe in education, bro. I would never be here. The basketball did not bring him here, bro. It's education that got me here. If I was never getting good grades, I would never be in America. So I believe in education. It could change lives, it could change your family. I want to, you know, first thing if you get something, you should put your hand down, reach back, and bring the next man up. That's the mentality I got. And so I'm trying, like, all the young boys at the refugee camp, I'm trying to inspire them, bro. I'm looking to go back there in July for the first time. And like, I'm gonna go do some like big things over there. But for now, I'm gonna just keep grinding, make sure my family's straight, my little brothers go to school. But yeah, bro.
Nah, yeah, I appreciate you making this time to be here for sure.
For sure. I got a question for you though. How you feel about these women?
How do I feel about women?
Yeah, about these women.
These women? Oh.
These college chicks, man. So, be honest. Be honest.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Back in the days, I used to speak in like terminology where I used to generalize women. And I came to understand that when you generalize, it's different type of women that exist, you know what I mean?
Right.
So now when I speak, I say like the woman I've been in a relationship with, or like the woman I've gained exposure to, right. I speak like that. But like, I think it's different women that exist. It also starts with who we are, like going to different spaces. I think the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. I be going to the same spots looking for a different type of woman. That's me being insane, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to learn how to put myself in different spaces, to learn about different women, or to meet different women, you know what I mean? And then maintaining discipline. I think that's something I had lacked when it came to sexual discipline. It's something I had to really work on. So as I put myself in different spaces, I've been meeting more mature women that's more on the same narrative as me. But it's like maintaining a discipline, because I feel like for a certain time in life, you're gonna be around certain girls, and most times I used to just make the best option of what's available. But sometimes if it's not available, you just gotta rock out. Get me? So I'm trying to learn that. But my perspective on women, I feel like women are a big contribution to the world.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I think we have to have more dialogue with them outside of just sexual intention. That's something I had to work on as well. And just having sisters, you know what I mean? I think it's imperative to understand a woman's perspective to a lot of things. You know what I mean? Even with this show that we're going to have going on, I'm going to make sure I have a woman here, because her eye and the way she's receptive of media is different. There's certain things she's going to pick up on that I might not. They more key to details and all that. So I'm thinking my growth, I did a lot of wrong. You know what I mean? And as I become more mature, because we've been misled and mistaught, thinking that the more sex you have, the more of a meaning you are. But sex is more than just sex. You know what I mean? And it's important for both of us to like pass down the knowledge we got, so that people don't make the same mistakes as us. So,
what's your dream girl?
My dream girl, I want a black girl for sure. You know what I mean? I got
Black magic.
I want a black girl for sure. I feel like that's how we build nations, is marrying within our own. A lot of ethnicities and races encourage them to marry within, but we have the highest percentage of black men that marry outside of our own ethnicity. So my ideal woman is a woman that got dreams and aspirations, somebody that know how to nurture. I like a girl that know how to give massages, rub feet, that can cook. You know what I mean? I like that. That's basic characteristics I seen my mom embody. My mom cook, she nurture.
Your man? All that.
So I want that.
You want your mom, basically, and a different girl.
It's certain characteristics. My
basically, that's how I be like, yo, mom, I found you.
That's the world.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why it's important for people. We got to make sure we see those women that we pursuing their fathers. What's your relationship like with your pops? Because that's how you gonna treat me, based on how you.
But there's some girls that don't got pops though. What you say about that?
So the image of a man is different.
How
They
you know
never
that?
seen a man cater to their mom. So how you know what a man's supposed to be? They gonna create their own criteria on social media.
My girl's pops is not in her life.
Not
but
even in her life.
No.
I'm not gonna neglect. I was raised by a single mom for a certain age. So mom's been.
So that's a stigma.
Mom's been doing.
I know that's a stigma against women.
That's not a stigma.
They're like, yo, what's your relationship with your pop?
pops.
But some of them they don't, but they really know how to keep a man.
not a stigma,
My girl's a great example of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak for those because I was like, damn, like, yo, like the way she treat me, like,
want to be in a perfect.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not saying all girls like based on the absence of.
Because there's a lot of single moms out there, bro.
Mess up your relationship, but I'm not gonna also degrade the importance of having a male figure in the role of in the role of children's life.
Right.
Like we play a big role, and that's the thing I don't like is that most times we only seen as contributors monetarily to our household. When we bring intelligence, guidance, support, structure, men provide a lot to our household. So I'm not gonna never sit there and make it seem like, wow, single mothers been doing it, bro. I was raised by a single mom for a certain amount of time. They've been doing their thing. But at the same time, bro, I believe in, you know what I mean?
My sister never had pops.
She never had pops either?
My pops was in war. We never raised him, but my sister's a goat.
Right. But we're not gonna say mothers haven't done a good job in the
So that's what I'm saying.
without fathers, but I will say that the father has an impact on the household. And you can see the difference between a household where has their father present and the household that don't. Not saying children don't come out to be like
There's some superhero women out here, man, that play both.
Definitely, but fathers are important.
They are. But if they're not in the life of the kids,
Nah, I don't.
The kids still gotta-
That's a narrative we gotta change too. That's a misconception.
I'm saying,
There's
what
a
if they
lot of-
not?
There's a lot of black fathers that are in their children's life that we don't show. That's a real thing. My brother in his child life. You know what I mean? I know men that do more for their daughter and their children than a mother. So I'm never gonna degrade single parents, bro. But I believe in what's the word they say? I believe in what's the nuclear families? I do believe in the structure of the male importance in the household.
do you not get my point? I'm saying, when they not there,
When they not there,
They
you
don't go-
improvise. You make it work.
that's what I'm saying. There's super
But women should not have to do it.
women out here.
Then
I'm just
have to
saying,
address men. Men do not have a child with a woman, and you're not gonna be in their child life because that's your responsibility.
you know where we come from. Like our fathers, like really took risks for our families. And they now in jail.
Facts.
So
Right.
I'm
It's a
saying,
system act.
so it's not like they chose to.
Always made that choice, right?
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so now the woman got to be the
Facts.
superwoman to taking care of everybody.
Facts.
So all I'm saying is like, it's a lot of girls that being raised by their mom that turned out to be even better even if their father was there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a lot of superwomen
So I
out
give
here.
applause to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just
for
would
sure.
Never want to take away from the role that fathers have played in the household and familiar structures. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But nah, that's a fact. So I applaud all single mothers. I applaud all those with different family formations and those that serve as guardians. Because my stepfather's one that raised me, bro. My pops lived in Florida. He from Haiti. He left the crib at 5, you know what I mean? So it was my stepfather that raised me. And I applaud all people that raise children that's not their own, bro. Because it's
Fire.
hard to raise your own
Facts.
child. Imagine
Facts.
raising one child that's not yours.
No kidding.
So I give big applause to, like, you know what I mean? While I believe like nuclear family, I believe in the importance of a male figure in the household, I also will acknowledge all those that have different familial structures that play a role in the development of the child.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I always give big applause to that.
Let's switch gears.
Huh?
What I got to do to be an alpha?
He crazy. Nah, but look, with Michael Pierre, most times I'm gonna bring on guests that I feel understand the importance of building a blueprint for those that's coming after us, that understand the big picture. So Bol was one of the people I selectively chose with intentionality because I understood that he understand what it means for the world to be bigger than just himself. So I want y'all to tune in. We're gonna try to do this every Friday night, different guests, you know what I mean? And I just want you to stay tuned. If you have any questions, feel free to add them to my social media when I add any, questions that y'all feel like I should ask prior to having the guests on. Feel free to engage, you know what I mean? And then soon, the vision is to open it up to where we have an audience in attendance. So while we conversing, I open up to a Q&A, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you being the first, because with being the first comes some trials and errors. It's a learning experience.
For sure.
But we rocked out and made it happen.